Gorgeous, beautiful people. I welcome you to this total brilliance on the total eclipse. It's going to be a very, very magical evening. So buckle up, get grounded, take a few deep breaths, and let's journey deep. Welcome, everybody, to this beautiful journey into your brilliance. I very much look forward to being with you here tonight. I am going to say a big hello to all of you. We have people from Chile, New Zealand, Brazil, Sardinia, Madrid, Zimbabwe, Scotland. Sending you so much love. I'm Boston in America, East Sussex, Bali, it's 2 a.m. there. We have London, Australia. I'm seeing everyone's intentions coming through. London, Manchester, Thailand, beautiful. Cambridge. We have people's intentions to embody their brilliance fully, to understand who they are in this world, to step into their healing and coaching business full time. We have people here that want to find peace for generations on earth forevermore. I'm loving this. From Cambridge, releasing everything that weighs me down. From Amsterdam, wanting to touch and shine their light. Lithuania, to embody, realign, remaster, and remember. Welcome, Gabriella. Hello, everybody. From Copenhagen, from Brussels, from Dubai, from Romania, and Northwest London. We've got Glasgow, Tenerife, Norway. So many beautiful people here, and I've seen so many names that I know and I love, and I have journeyed with you. So welcome to all of you. Welcome to this total brilliance. It's going to be a magical journey here. So this is how we're going to roll. For those that don't know me, my name is Vanya Silverton. I have been an energy healer and teacher for over a decade. I have had the most extraordinary journey of life from having a wonderful, crazy upbringing in Australia, where I ended up in 13 different schools and 8 different family scenarios. And I moved overseas and I had to heal my life. And I went on a big healing journey and I taught around the world in 8 different countries to thousands of people. Had a massive Kundalini awakening, which gave birth to my daughter. Like, I just gave birth to my daughter from this Kundalini awakening. I'm sure her beautiful soul just came down and in this magical moment. So I really understood how my sexual energy was this sacred force. And then journeying, stepping deeper and deeper into my dharma, my purpose here, my creations, my offerings, my teachings, and a whole beautiful world has blossomed from it. And so I welcome you into this. If you're new to my world, then you will know that I offer you a journey in these types of masterclasses. It is a transmission, it is a teaching, it is awakening, it is an activation, it is a moment for you to let go of and release some old things. I might be telling you one thing, but you might be getting a whole lot of other guidance that comes down and shows you a whole lot of other stuff. So I invite all of that to exist. This is an opportunity tonight to really step into your brilliance. And we are putting it on the total eclipse, right? Tonight is a total eclipse. And weirdly, wonderfully, synchronicity, the only times I usually do these masterclasses are at 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock. And this time the eclipse is actually happening while we're here, right? So I think about 10 to 8 until about 10 to 9, the eclipse is happening. So not only have we're honoring it, we're honoring this moment, but it's actually synchronized in the universe randomly, perfectly, for us to be here tonight. And it also is for me also an opportunity to celebrate a whole new level of my work, which I call the Eclipse experience. So for me, it's a birthday, it's a celebration, it's an awakening, it's an incarnation moment, it's a completion moment for all of us. And we're going to step through a whole new portal together. So please have an intention. We're going to journey. This will be a combination of us going on a talking journey, right? Where you will awaken and new things will awaken within you. And it will also be moments where we go into meditation, where we do some healing, where we do some shifting, where we do some shifts and some activations. I used to be very like talk and then do that kind of thing. But recently now it just all kind of flows and moves together, and we're going to unlock the magic every moment together. So expect the unexpected, but expect to return to your total brilliance. So I welcome you. Let's begin with a little prayer, because this journey is really a journey into you. It's an opportunity for you to recalibrate. It's an opportunity for you to recenter. It's an opportunity for you to rebirth yourself. So I welcome you, but I welcome you to step into this gateway, this portal, this ceremony, that we're having for the next 2 hours, because only you can step into it. So just take a few deep breaths and arrive. So Mother, Father, our grandmothers, our grandfathers, our brothers, our sisters, our friends, our families, the winds, the waters, the earth, the sea, the land, the birds, the bees, the trees, the sun, the moon, the stars, the sky. We thank you for who we are and who we are all becoming. So take 3 really deep breaths. Place one hand on your heart, the other hand on your belly, your womb space, wherever feels right. And welcome. So we have a total eclipse tonight. You are going to move into your total brilliance. So let's just begin by referencing some coordinates here so that we can really journey deep tonight. What is a total eclipse? It's when the sun and the moon and the earth all come into alignment with each other. It's this magical moment where these 3 great celestial bodies line up together. And what tends to happen in an eclipse season, and some of you might be feeling this, so if that is you, please let us know in the chat. I certainly have, is that as the eclipse is about to happen, like tonight, over the last week or a few days, a lot of stuff comes up. A lot of your old things that have been out of alignment come up to be looked at. You might get more emotional, might get more teary. Some of the depths of stuff that you thought you may have dealt with kind of come up and represent themselves because you haven't quite deeply moved through that stuff. So the eclipse season can actually be a really intense time, but it's a really beautiful time because it's dragging up to the surface all the things that you no longer need to live by or live within. And then as we get now to the total eclipse, there's a reconfiguration that begins to happen. All that stuff that can no longer exist shifts, and then we're invited in the alignment to step deeper into our purpose, deeper into the truth of who we are, so that we can rebirth ourselves in a new alignment. And so this is the moment where we get to reconfigure and recalibrate and up level and elevate. So this is what I want to get out of tonight's journey, right? So you may have been feeling some intense stuff. You're on track. It just means that you're able to then move deeper into alignment with who you're really truly meant to be here, which is total brilliance. And when I look at the sun and the moon and the earth, I see the sun kind of representing our soul fire, our genius, our brilliance, our gifts, our talents, where all the virtues that we've mastered, our excellence. I see the sun as that part of us. And I see the earth as our physical body, right? And the sun's trying to birth itself here on earth and create life. And if we look at nature, the sun comes in, right? And it helps make the flowers blossom. It helps the trees to grow. It's part of a beautiful frequency that brings life and allows Mother Nature to blossom in her creations and her profoundness, right? And so that's what our soul is trying to do. Our soul is always trying to incarnate into our physical body and blossom our brilliance into it, right? That's the journey. That is our embodied soul brilliance. To have our whole being glowing, shining, radiating in clarity with the brilliance of who we are. And this is the aim. We're here to embody our soul's brilliance, right? That's the journey. Now, the moon represents all the unconscious stuff, all the stuff that we have to work through and move through, all the things which may be challenging or limiting or twisting or entrapping our beautiful soul force from really embodying. And this is life, right? We've all been dealt a deck of cards that we get to play with. Some of us have managed to grow up in beautiful families. Some of us haven't. Some of us have experienced abusive relationships. Some of us haven't. Some of us had terrible childhood. Some of us had great childhood. Some of us had parents. Some of us had no parents. Some of us had felt that they were great at school and then they got into adulthood and they floundered. Other people felt that they floundered at school and got teased and picked on and started to elevate more in adulthood. So we all get dealt a different pack of cards, but regardless of the patterning, regardless of the genetic information that you've been born in, regardless of your life story, regardless of all the experiences, and regardless of all the trauma, your soul wants to incarnate. And the journey is to awaken to who you are truly meant to be here. And so tonight, we are talking to the part of you which wants to reemerge. We're going to talk to the part of you that wants to awaken and be in brilliance. We're going to talk to that part of you that is the visionary, that does see a brighter future forward for us, for you. We're going to talk to the part of you that believes that you are destined for greater and bigger and more beautiful things. We're going to talk to the part of you that totally knows that you're here to master love in every situation and become enlightened and really step into your conscious creation abilities. And this is who we're going to be talking to tonight. So I just welcome that part of you to come step forward, and you might let that part of you just start to have a little bit more presence in your body, or you might feel that part of you going, finally, finally move aside limitations, move aside genetic challenging information, move aside all the trauma. We're going to move aside all of that stuff, and we're going to let your brilliance take position. Because this is the key. This part of us needs to ring through us with more and more clarity. This part of us needs to be louder within us. It needs to be the voice that we hear. It needs to be the one that sees the way forward. It needs to be the one that knows our worth and our integrity and our brilliance. Basically, we need this part of us to take position and get stronger and louder and stronger and louder and stronger and louder inside of us. And when we do, we finally get to say, oh, I know who I am. I know who I am. And then we get to ask the next extraordinary question, which is, why am I here? If I am this extraordinary being, then why am I here? What is my purpose? Who am I meant to serve? What is my destiny? What is my dharma? What am I meant to create? And this puts us into a very powerful position. This puts us into the position of sovereign brilliance. And if there is one thing that you get out of tonight, I want you to recognize that you are brilliant and that you have a sovereign brilliance that just needs to awaken and take position in your life more and more and more. And it's a journey into our sovereign brilliance. And what do I mean by this? The one that is in their sovereign brilliance is the one that has taken charge of their thoughts, every thought that's in their head. It's the one that's taken charge of their emotions, that yes, we can feel and sense our emotions, but we're not being controlled or overwhelmed by limiting emotions, right? Sovereign brilliance is the one that knows their boundaries. Sovereign brilliance is also the one that it knows that they are deserving, they are worthy, they are full of gifts and talents, they are resourceful. When we step into sovereign brilliance, we also say, I know the universe is on my side. Everything is working in my favor. Everything is, I'm going deeper into the journey of joy and prosperity and love. And sovereign brilliance plays at that position. And the thing about being in sovereignty and sovereign brilliance is that we say, I know who I am so much. I have gone on a journey to choose my truth and choose the truth of this universe, that I have become illuminated by my own presence. I become illuminated by my own light. And that light lights me up. It lights me up with visions. It lights me up with directions. It lights me up with ideas, with inspirations, with visions of who I am, with creations I need to create, with desires. It lights me up until I keep honoring it. And then I'm finding that the more I honor my sovereign brilliance and everything that lights me up, I begin to radiate out my brilliance. And the more I radiate out the truth of who I am, the more the external universe can find me and say, no, you're in your brilliance. Well, let me reflect your magnificence back to you. And then we start to step into a whole other level of playing with life, where we get to keep unlocking how prosperity turns up in our life. We keep getting to unlock the way love gets to be experienced in our life. We get to unlock our dharma and who we are and what we're meant to be doing. And it's an ongoing journey, of course. You know, there's this element of, I've stepped into my sovereign brilliance. I'm magnificent. I've awakened. I'm enlightened. I've illuminated myself. I'm feeling illuminated by life. And when that elevation happens, you look around, you go, oh, and now there's all these other little things that are out of alignment in my life that I need to shift and clear and resolve and put boundaries up and make a new choice on, and until I get illuminated to the next level. And then I look around, I go, and there's all this to still resolve. So it's an ongoing journey. We get illuminated, we get enlightened, we step into our brilliance, we elevate ourselves to a new level. And because of that, we see our relationships differently, our work differently, the choices we make. We become more conscious. And because of that, we will then also start to realize the places that are out of alignment more and more and more that we get to fix. And it's a journey, and it's a beautiful journey. So welcome, gorgeous being, to the human experience. And welcome to the human experience where you get to discover your sovereign brilliance, where you get to claim all your uniqueness, where you get to live within and because of all your ideas and your inspirations and your gifts and your talents and your creations. Welcome to the phase in your life where you get to speak and voice, and your voice is powerful. Welcome to the phase of your life where you can be downloaded with new teachings, new ways of doing things that have never been done before. And so this means that you are standing at I'm getting goosebumps all over me. You're standing at a very magnificent position in the universe. You're standing at the frontier of evolution. And simultaneously, you're standing at this place where your soul gets to incarnate more and more and more into this world. And this is how we light up the world. You might remember this Chinese proverb. It says, when there's light in the soul, there's light in the family. When there's light in the family, there's light in the nation. When there's light in the nation, there's light in the world. And we begin the journey of awakening not only ourselves, we begin the journey of awakening the future, the past, everything all at once, because the more you step into your sovereign brilliance, the more you set off like a supernova of light through you that activates your DNA, that helps heal the past, that helps heal the future, that helps recode life with new awareness and teachings. And so know this, remember this, live in the brilliance of this moment to moment, day by day. And when you do, I promise that the gratitude that they talk about that you must have in order to create more prosperity will just be a normal byproduct of who you are, because you're just in so much joy and wonder and awe and gratitude and celebratoriness and excitement and the oomph of creativity that can move through you, and the communication with that you just feel alive and connected, that it becomes normal to live in these high vibrational places of gratitude and celebration, of being in your wisdom. And this is a normal state. So let's just let go of the parts of you that sometimes, you know, we get these parts within us. Like if this is normal state, we've got to find some new coordinates and reference points to kind of move into, right? If this is normal state, then the one within you that is groaning, moaning, complaining, we need to like let that part of us grow up. If there is a part within you that is comparing yourself or being jealous of other people, we need to make that part of you grow up. If there is a part of you that is feeling angry or frustrated or still resentful of the past, that part of you also needs to grow up. Because all these lower parts of you, all they're doing is they're just stunted, immature parts that haven't learned to grow up. And what they do is that they hold your frequency in a lower vibration and they kind of keep you stuck in the past. And so when they say, oh, that person's carrying a lot of baggage, right? They're carrying way too much baggage there. It's because of that. That they're holding on to all these lower sub-personalities which have locked themselves in the past, and it literally weighs them down. It weighs their frequency down. And any part of you then that goes, oh, I'm brilliant, I've got a vision, I know where I'm going, and this is louder, then it very quickly crumbles your brilliance. And so the aim of the game really is not necessarily to go back and heal all these things. Yes, sometimes we do need to go in and excavate some stuff and unlock some things. But the bigger beauty is to keep choosing your brilliance. The bigger power is to keep choosing your brilliance. The bigger gift is to keep choosing your brilliance. And the more we choose that part of us to stand forward, to light up, to illuminate us, to take position, the less the other stuff has a holding. And then eventually this other stuff goes, well, if no one's joining my party, then I better join this party. And then these other little parts of us, they might shift, they might change, they might grow, they might evolve, they might just leave the party. And then you've just started to step forward in your brilliance more and more and more. And the unfortunate thing is that we don't get trained to hold our brilliance. That's the unfortunate thing. We get trained to notice all the things that have been wrong in our lives, and we get trained to notice, oh, this is wrong and that's wrong and I'm not, and we get trained to notice all the other people that are doing better than us, and we're stuck here and it can be very wobbly. And we don't get trained to hold our brilliance. And for me, it's on some deep level mindfulness, where we get to keep choosing our brilliance again and again and again and again. We get to keep choosing our gifts again and again and again. We get to keep choosing our visions again and again and again, and our inspirations again and again and again, and the feelings of joy again and again and again, and the feelings of prosperity again and again and again. And this is key. This is very key, because the more you choose your brilliance, day in, day out, moment to moment, second to second, with every breath, with every thought, with every little thing, tricky, and we keep choosing our brilliance, we then ultimately choose our power. And the one that chooses their power is the one that gets to step into their sovereign brilliance. And this is another little key, and I'm getting goosebumps all over me. We have to keep choosing our power. There is probably a lot of conditioning inside of you. There is probably centuries of programming inside of you. There are generations of examples inside of you. There is a whole society and collective consciousness in front of you that hasn't been choosing their power. And so unfortunately, there's not so much information in the collective field in the work to choose our own power. But you need to do it. Regardless of all the imprints, regardless of all that, you have the right to keep choosing your power. So, the first thing is that we are going to begin this beautiful ceremony with you choosing your own power, with you making the choice for your brilliance to exist, with you making a pledge for your greatness to shine, with you making a commitment for your gifts and your talents to be realized, with you making a vow to discover your power. We begin here because this is the key of sovereign brilliance. This is the moment where I say, I choose to incarnate. This is the moment that we say, you know what? I'm going to move beyond all these other paradigms that keep me stuck, that keep me playing small, that keep me avoiding my bigger purpose. I'm going to break free from all of the programming and the conditioning that says I have to behave a certain way or look a certain way or be a certain way. And I'm going to choose me, my power, my uniqueness, my soul. I'm going to choose my brilliance. I'm going to choose my gifts, my talents. I'm going to choose to be bigger and brighter and better and bolder and braver every single day. Because the game into your total brilliance is a game that you ultimately play with your own consciousness. It's a game that you ultimately play to keep bettering yourself day in, day out. Otherwise, you end up being a sheep with all the other people. So place your hands on your heart or on your belly or in prayer or on your knees, whatever makes you. Just take this moment and I want you to have your back nice and tall, nice and strong, nice and straight. And I want you to, in whatever words you feel are right for you, the word promise might not feel right for you, vow, pledge, it might be that you're just welcoming your power back. Maybe it's you're accepting it. I just want you to take a moment to accept, welcome, activate your brilliance. And as you do, we are going to let all the cells in your body light up. We're going to allow all the molecules in your aura to light up. We're going to allow your gorgeous life force to ring through your bones like golden light, all of your bones. We're going to allow your brilliance to shine through all of your DNA, re-educating all of your DNA, re-educating all of the genetic programming. That your sovereignty, your brilliance, your power, your soul force, your uniqueness takes position, has a right. And you're going to open up your energy field. You might feel your crown chakra opening up. You might feel your energy field expanding, expanding, getting bigger, but getting bigger, getting bigger. And we're going to call more of your higher self into your body, or more of your soul light, whatever you want to call it, or more of your divinity into your body. So you might feel more and more light. You might feel a big bright light above your head. Just let this big light start to shine into you. And let it shine into you. And I just want you to feel what it feels like for your higher self or your soul or the divinity within you to be like a massive, you know, those big spotlights. I feel like these big spotlights where it's so bright, you get floodlights, that's what they're called. Like your soul force is so bright that it's like a floodlight through your system and it just illuminates you with your brilliance. And I want you to get the sensation of this being illuminated by your own brilliance, because it will mark as it will become a marker for you to keep guiding yourself to be this brilliance, this illumination. So just feel yourself really illuminating with who you are. You might feel light coming out of your hands. You might feel light coming out of your feet. You might feel your light shining out of all your chakras. Maybe you feel your light shining out your ears, your eyes, your breasts, your nipples. Let it all shine out. Maybe you feel your light shining out of your womb space and out your vagina into the earth. Like, just let yourself shine. Let this part of you exist. And so as we allow our brilliance to awaken and to emerge, we have to learn how to keep ourselves circulated with our own energy. I might be moving a little bit too quick for you. Hang on one moment. Let's just claim your brilliance first. Sorry, sometimes the next lot of information comes through and I'm like, woo. Just stand in your brilliance. I want you, let's just begin here. Shine bright, feet on the earth, and just visualize your arms stretched out. You might want to even take that position. You might even want to stand up, feet on the earth, arms stretched out. I mean, that would be a great embodiment exercise. Sometimes we get so used to sitting. So if it feels right, or it feels like your body just wants to stand up, put your arms out, feet on the earth, do it. Back nice and straight and tall, posture good. And I want you to shine your light out to the world and just say, here I am. Here I am. And I want you to take position. And I want you to claim your space. So let your light shine so strongly from you, from all directions, the front, the back, to the sides. And let it push out anything that has been taking up space inside of you. You might feel like it pushes out social media stuff. Maybe it pushes out a person from your space. Maybe you just feel like it's some old fog that needs to go. Maybe you just felt that you're a bit crumpled up and you just need to stretch out your energy field. But I want you to stretch it, stretch it, stretch it, stretch it, stretch it, and claim space. I'm here. I'm here. I'm magnificent. I exist. I have a purpose. I'm strong. I've got this. I'm brave. I'm courageous. I'm wise. And just feel all of that. One that is brilliant is wise, courageous, brave. I am brave. Maybe you need to repeat after me. I am brave. I am courageous. I am wise. I am radiating my light to gift it to the world. I am powerful. I am a sovereign being. I am resourceful. I am guided by my intuition. I am savvy. I am abundant. I am prosperous. I am proud. I am strong. I am capable. And just let all of this, like, embody it in present time. I am incarnated and manifested. I am. And just hold this frequency of your brilliance like a strong force that radiates out from you, and just like a badass. You're there, strong, powerful, determined, focused. Beautiful. And any other light, any of your other parts of your light, so any part where your soul or soul fragments or your light has gotten a little bit disconnected from you or lost in time or a situation, let's just call all of you back now. Any parts of you, and sometimes we feel a bit broken and a bit lost in the universe. Let's wash all of you back clean, your soul fragments, call them all back to you. Any other parts of you that now need to join your presence right here, right now. So just welcoming more and more and more of you back into your body, more and more of your light back in. Now that you've got a stronger energy field, we can hold more of our light, right? The stronger our energy field, the more of our soul we can hold, the more of ourselves we can incarnate. So just calling in even all the disassociated parts of you that have gotten a bit disassociated or decided to check out, let's call all of them back into your body. Let's call all the parts of you that have felt rejected or small or hiding in this world. Let's wake those parts of you up and call them back in. All of your hidden light, let's call your hidden light back here into present time. Let's call all the light where you felt it got blocked or trapped or trampled on by another person or broken by another person. Let's call all of that light of yours back to you right here, right now, calling it all back, or welcoming all of you to exist here, right now. Because I often think that we have many worlds inside of us. We've got many layers to our light. We're multidimensional beings. And sometimes we need to let all of ourselves realign, all of our worlds realign together. So let's just use this moment to recalibrate all of who we are, to align and merge all of the worlds that exist within us, all of our light that exists within us, all of us to exist as one total force. Sometimes we go through life feeling a little bit fragmented, or there's too many of us inside of us. Let's unite it all now together. So just visualizing all your light returning back to you and all your light shining on each other and reconfiguring, like reconnecting. And like you might feel this beautiful sacred geometric structures, reconfiguring, reorganizing who you are to become one sovereign, powerful force. We need to be one force if we're going to get through life. We exist in this time zone. All of you needs to be here to do what you need to do. So just allowing all of who you are to arrive. And I'm loving the number of participants here is 111 at the moment. So we're going to take this magical configuration of 111, 111 people here. This magical portal, this magical moment where we all reconfigure it into the one version of ourselves. Totality is a beautiful thing to arrive at. Being total with our words, total with our thoughts, total with our actions, total with who we are and what we're meant to be doing. Totality. Totality. You are allowed to be in totality, total brilliance, total power, total sovereignty. Just feel your totality. I am one total powerful force, unique individual, brilliant in my own right. And just feel your feet getting stronger and stronger on the earth. And you might feel your feet chakras opening up and your light starting to really incarnate here, like really ground. So just letting more of your light move through and just ground through your feet and just anchor it into this beautiful earth of ours. I am here. Claudia, I feel you. You're getting emotional. This is quite an emotional thing. May you step deeper into your brilliance. So, embodied soul brilliance, the first E of the eclipse. Beautiful. I'm here. And for some of you, you haven't been here. Parts of you might have been here, but not all of you has been here. And you might be wondering why certain things aren't happening in your life, why your manifestations aren't coming true, why you might be getting unnoticed. It's because you're not all fully here. And so I kind of invite you to really just arrive and just let every single chakra burst open with your light. Let every single bone in your body pulse with your light. Take some deep breaths. And sometimes we need to remember. Remember, I told you that sometimes it's that mindfulness to keep choosing our brilliance above all the other little parts that are playing out. And we need to get to know our breath, because the inhale and the exhale of our breath is the quickest place that we can reconfigure to our brilliance. Life will wobble you. There will be situations which destroy you, take you off your path. There'll be crazy people that you fall in love with that you have to recover from. There will be moments where you're like, I don't think I can deal with this or handle this. And sometimes we get thrown off track. But it's how quickly we can return back to our brilliance. It's how quickly we can reconfigure ourselves. It's how quickly we can believe again in our visions and believe again in our greatness and believe again in and stay on track. And the breath becomes the configuration point. So inhaling and exhaling, we should learn to configure ourselves as quickly as an inhale and an exhale. So let's mark this coordinate in your body. So I want you to inhale, and you're going to inhale all like your light, inhale your light into every single cell of your body until every single cell of your body lights up. And you're going to exhale your light back into your energy fields. Inhale your light, exhale your light. Inhale your light, exhale your light. And life is we're frequencies. You're a frequency. All you have to remember is that the frequency of your light. You know, we all have a different frequency. Our light all has a different frequency. You just need to remember the radio station of your light, like a frequency, and just learn to breathe your unique frequency in and breathe your unique frequency out. Breathe your unique frequency in, breathe your unique frequency out. And as you do this, even just through the intention, your body quickly recalibrates. Your mind, your thoughts come back into alignment. Your emotions come back into alignment with your brilliance. Your conviction in self comes back into alignment. And we begin again. And so part of the mastery really is, doesn't matter how much life pulls us off, in that one breath, I'm returning back to my brilliance. And this is part of the plan. How else can you be a fabulous leader? How else can you be an extraordinary conscious creator? How else can you be a wisdom giver or a way shower or a revolutionary? How else can you live out your uniqueness and your destiny if you can't get strengthened by that which wobbles you? And if you can't pull yourself back together again, like life will train you. Everything that's wobbling you and pulling you out of alignment, you've got two choices. You either choose the wobble and you fall down and you crash, and then you got to try and get back up again and where am I? What am I doing? Or you walk through the wobble knowing what's going on and you're choosing your brilliance the whole way through. And in that, we hold the duality of reality. Because there's stuff that's always going to be going on, but it's like, how well can you hold your brilliance? How well can you hold your power? How well can you hold your sovereignty? How well can you hold your visions? How well can you hold your truth, regardless if everything is telling you otherwise? And it makes you strong. And it makes you more determined. And it makes you shine brighter. And it makes things that are difficult be like water off a duck's back eventually. Oh, doesn't matter. And our path gets clearer, and our path on one level gets easier, and on another level it gets more intense, because we're stepping deeper into our brilliance and deeper into our leadership and deeper into who we're meant to be. So it requires us to keep moving forward at a higher capacity, a higher ability to speak truth, a higher ability to see where we're going, but it gets easier over time, and we get strengthened. You know, it's like the diamond, it gets pressurized, and then all of a sudden it's this beautiful diamond. The challenges in your life are there so that you grow, are there so that you learn to find your strength, are there so that you apply your wisdom, are there so that you can move through and recognize how brave you are. It's all shaping you to be brilliant. And as soon as you make this mind switch, that everything in my life, every challenge, every whatever is shaping me to be brilliant, you start to have a little bit more fun. You start to enjoy the journey. You start to get a little bit more sense of humor about you. You start to play with life a little bit more. So everything gorgeous being that is happening in your life, no matter how terrible or sticky or awful or confronting or damaging or destroying, is shaping you to be brilliant. And when we look at it that way, you are no longer a victim. You're no longer a victim. You are a conscious creator. You are a conscious creator. You are the one who stands in power. You are the leader. So just have a look around at your life at the moment and look at all these things. Maybe there's some stuff going on in your relationships. Maybe there's some stuff going on at work. Maybe there's some stuff going on in your family or your friendship circle or whatever. Even the world, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world. But it's all shaping us to be brilliant. We can only look at it that way. It's all shaping us to stand stronger. It's all shaping us to choose our genius, to choose our visions, to choose what's right. It's all shaping us to grow, to elevate, to be stronger. So what if your whole journey here on earth has not been one of being a victim? Instead, it's been some miraculous journey to shape you to be brilliant. So just accept that this whole journey so far and forevermore is shaping you to be brilliant. So anywhere within your psyche, anywhere within your body where you felt a little bit victimized or traumatized or troubled, like just let those parts of you go. Let those parts of you grow up and just teach those parts that actually everything had been shaping you to be brilliant. And when we recognize that everything that is happening to us is shaping us to be brilliant, or to learn about our brilliance, or to apply our brilliance, or to, stand stronger and be this and all that, when we recognize that, we become more powerful. It's a beautiful thing to know that this whole existence is just shaping you to be brilliant. It's the only way to look at it. And when you look at it this way, you gain more sanity. You gain more sanity. Don't underestimate sanity. And don't underestimate the times where you've been a victim to situations and the insanity that it's created in your life and within you. When we look at everything that is happening around us is shaping us to be brilliant, is strengthening us, is challenging us, we gain sanity. And we don't often talk about sanity, but it's probably one of the most powerful things within you. Because sanity can see the truth. Sanity knows exactly what's going on around. Sanity knows who they are in the situation. There's a practicality, there's a wisdom to sanity, there's a maturity, there's a life knowingness. And when we're sane, we trust ourselves more. We trust our actions. We trust our intuition more because we know it's sane. And I think this has come through, this word sanity, because it's never really come through actually in all of my my work, is because I think maybe there's some of us that might feel a little bit crazy inside or a little bit fragmented, or feeling like life has frazzled us, or you can't work it out, or it feels like a puzzle that won't solve itself. And there's a bit of insanity somewhere, or maybe you grew up and you looked at your childhood and thought, whoa, that was really insane. Or you walked out of a relationship and you're like, whoa, that was really actually very insane there. And what does that insanity do? It just brings us anxiety. It brings us overwhelm. It really makes us doubt ourselves. It really doesn't allow us to trust ourselves or our gifts or our talents. So let's just let the insanity go. Let's let go of all the situations that you thought made you a little bit insane or a little bit crazy. Let it all go. Maybe you just want to wipe your head out, or brush out the neural pathways in your brain a little bit so they're not all tangled up in little neuroses or little obsessions or little crazy thoughts or little, just visualize yourself combing your neural pathways, letting them all untangle, let all the knots go. And just remember, you are sane. You're sane. And in that sanity, you can trust yourself. And then you can trust your intuition, and you can trust the brilliance of the universe, right? And the gratitude and the prosperity and the love and all of that. And you get to walk on your path with more clarity. Because that is the key, right? The key is, can you walk on your path with clarity? Can you walk on your path knowing who you are? Can you walk on your path knowing where you're going? Can you walk on your path and be true to yourself and true to your brilliance with your good boundaries? Can you do that? Like that's the thing. We need to start walking on our path. Because that's the other thing about being brilliant. It's more than just radiating out your extraordinary light to the world and feeling beautiful and fabulous and vibrant, which is very nice. But actually, it says you're brilliant. Walk your path. Create your unique path. And the only way that you can really fulfill your brilliance is by honoring your unique path. Never before and never again will you be created, your path be created. And so brilliance, being in your brilliance, makes you walk your path and makes you discover who you are and walk your path, your unique path, one foot in the other. 1 foot in desire, 1 foot in gratitude, 1 foot in desire, 1 foot in gratitude. I desire my visions, grateful for what's happening. I'm desiring where I'm going. I'm grateful for what's happening. I'm desiring who I am. I'm grateful for what's happening. 1 foot in desire, 1 foot in gratitude. And we walk our path with clarity. Yes. we get to sometimes these little forks in the road and we're like, I don't know which way to go. Is that the right thing? Is that the right thing? It happens. But when you, in your brilliance, choosing the right path becomes easier and easier until you resonate so much with your brilliance and the universe is vibrating so much with your brilliance that the path you walk forward on is the perfect match for your brilliance. The people that you're meant to be meeting, the synchronicities that are meant to be happening, the opportunities that are meant to be happening are the perfect match. Because you've gotten clearer and clearer and clearer in your brilliance. And so even if there are things that cross your path, maybe 10 years ago, you might have gone, oh my God, am I supposed to go this way or that way? Whereas now, if you're in your brilliance, you're like, it's not for me. That's out of alignment. That person's not doing that, right? Okay. So we develop this. We develop this. Everything I'm telling you is the path, are the coordinates, is where we're going. You've got to know on some level why we need to go somewhere and where we're going. And this is what this Total Brilliance Masterclass is all about. It doesn't mean we're all here. Some of us might still be filled with contradictions. Some of us still might be like, oh, some of us still, but as long as you know that there is a way out and that there is a path, and the only choice you need to keep making is your brilliance, then it becomes easier and easier and easier and easier. And the right people and the right teachings and the right courses come along to make sure that it becomes a fluid thing. And this is why I teach a lot of the work I teach, like my embodiment coaching or my channeling courses or my leadership courses or my masterminds, is so that we untangle all the stuff that stops us from just being in the clarity of our brilliance. So I get that being in the clarity of your brilliance is a journey, and I get we're not all there yet, which is why I do all the work I do, right? So that we can untangle things. But use this masterclass, no matter where you are. Some of you might be there with me and some of you might be like, no, I know. I use it as keys that open the next door so you know where you're going, right? This is what this class is all about. Keys so you open the next class to know what's going on. So just take a really deep breath, and I just want to recognize that the eclipse is happening right now as we speak. So we are starting to step deeper and deeper into the alignment of our brilliance. We are starting to step deeper and deeper into the alignment of the truth of why we're here. And I just want to take this moment to tell you that it's a journey into joy. Like really, once you get this, it's going to be so much easier. If you can honor your brilliance, if you can learn to master it, if you can learn to let it shine through, if you can learn to claim it more and more in every single situation, if you can use it as a journey to walk forward with more clarity, then you'll also begin to recognize that this is a journey into joy. And the only way I can explain becoming more and more brilliant is that it's a journey into joy. And the reason I'm telling you this is because joy is one of the highest frequencies in the universe. But joy is full of newness, excitement, bliss, happiness, gratitude, celebration, acceptance. It's the joy of you discovering your gifts and your talents. It's the joy of you accepting the visions that are coming through you. It's the joy of you standing in your power and telling the truth. It's the joy that happens when you accept the prosperity in your life. It's the joy of you moving forwards regardless of what's going on because you're choosing your path. There's a joy that comes from each of these moments when you step into your brilliance. So joy is the byproduct of being in your brilliance, which is why when you see people that have got amazing presence, they're radiating, they're happy, they've got a glow about them, it's because they've mastered themselves so much that joy becomes the byproduct, right? Joy becomes the byproduct. So, and I'm getting goosebumps because you really need to understand this. The more joy becomes the byproduct, the more playfulness we get with the universe, the more the universe gets illuminated by us. And this is how we continue the incarnation of heaven, of light. If I'm illuminating myself with my own radiance, with my own brilliance, if I'm illuminating myself with my own wisdom and my inspirations, if I'm illuminating myself with my own gifts and talents, and every time I create, I'm illuminating myself, I'm radiating. And in that illumination, there's a lot of joy as the byproduct. It gifts it to life. We become a gift to life, which is why, actually, it becomes a gift to life. So it's like two thoughts coming down into my head. And then because you're bringing light to life, it's like you're bringing more creation energy, and then the creation force of the universe comes to play with you more, because you're playing at a higher spinning frequency, right? And so then the universe becomes more on your side. Then the universe wants to play with you more. Then the universe wants to, work with all your creations and your offerings and things like that, which is why if you are a coach or a healer or a teacher or a conscious creator or someone who's an entrepreneur, this is a very important moment where our brilliance, right? Where our brilliance, our gifts, our talents, our inspirations become an offering, a celebration back into life. And when we get to that point, then we're creating our dharma. Because the thing about dharma, gorgeous people, you may have heard this word being sprung out many, many, many times, right? Thing about dharma is that dharma is the blessing of your service that you give back to life. There comes a point, and the sooner you come to this point, the more joy you're going to live in, basically. The sooner you get to come to a point where you're living your dharma, which is the service you give back to life. There comes a point, trust me, when you get over your ego and you get over like, I need this and I need that and I want that and this is really important because then people are going to like me. And once you get over all of that stuff and you found your gifts and your talents and you found your unique path and you've learned to play in a joyful, prosperous reality, and you've learned to live in your heart's opened, and you've learned to live in your totality and being here, and you've become wise and great leader and all those things, there's going to come this point where you've just got to give back, that whatever you do has to benefit life. Whatever your offering is has to raise reality. Whatever you do has to have a ripple effect so that more heaven gets to incarnate. And so when we understand our dharma, we understand that our brilliance, or your total brilliance, is beyond you just feeling brilliant in yourself. But to really step into total brilliance is like you're gifting who you are back to life. We go back to that ancient Chinese proverb, when there's light in the soul, there's light in the person. When there's light in the person, there's light in the world. There's light. This is how the journey goes, right? This is how the journey goes. And so we've got to remember that, I guess what I want to say is that some people, we get stuck. We get stuck at the phase of, I need to heal out all my limitations, and there's more limitations to heal, and this is wrong with me and that's wrong with me. Or we get stuck at being the victim in life because we haven't realized that we're actually powerful. Or we get stuck in this place of like, oh, I can feel my visions and I can feel my leadership and I can feel I'm meant to be doing stuff, but then you get stuck in comparing yourself to other people, or you get too overwhelmed by all and you start to procrastinate. And we get stuck in places along the journey, and then we don't complete the journey into our total brilliance. So what's really important is that you have a trajectory, a high understanding of the total path of your brilliance. Now, it might take 10, 20, 30, 40 years to complete. It's okay. Life is in its perfection. If you're dancing in joy every day, if you're honoring your brilliance every day, trust me, you're going to live 20 years of bliss. But that total brilliance vision might take time to complete itself. But the key is that you don't get stuck or stunted along the way. You don't go, oh, that's it for my brilliance. Or that was a great year where I really enjoyed my body and felt confident and loved myself and felt beautiful when I walked down the street. Oh, that was a great year. Like, no, we want to compound our brilliance. We want to keep compounding it. We want to keep making sure that we bring all the brilliance of us every step of the way. And we also want to know that we don't stop ourselves thinking that we've reached our brilliance when actually we've only just begun. Or we stop ourselves and think, ah, that's all there is. There's not much point. I don't see like there's much other changes going on here. This is it. You've capped it. Do you know you've capped your brilliance? Don't do that. Your brain needs something to keep moving into and moving towards. It needs something to keep, otherwise you end up dying. You look at people that are, you see them, they stop choosing life. They stop choosing to live. You know, I can't be bothered doing this. Oh, it's too much effort to do that. Oh, well, you know. And then and their world gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, and they just end up doing the same thing every day, every day, every day. Don't get old. Don't die. There are so many ways that we die and we live a half life. If you're choosing your total brilliance, you're choosing a lifelong journey into your total brilliance. You're choosing a path that says, I will embody my soul. I will learn to stand strong in myself and brilliance. I will learn to play in this magical universe where I'm illuminated by my intuition and my psychic abilities, and I can communicate with all of life. I'm going to learn how to play with the prosperity and have gratitude for everything that's already here. And I'm going to keep unlocking the doors to a more abundant, prosperous life. I'm going to keep playing with living in joy, and I'm going to keep discovering more and more my gifts or my talents, and I'm also going to master them as well. I might have some gifts and talents, but hey, I know I can master them even more. I might go do a course or do this, and I'm going to master who I am, because we all need to be polished, right? That diamond needs to be polished, and it's up to you to polish yourself. It's up to you to refine yourself. It's up to you to keep making the brilliance exist. It's up to you to keep walking the path of it. But it's also up to you to keep going deeper into the visions of who you truly are and what your dharma is here on this world. And there's something so beautiful about that. So please don't half play. Don't, because it's worse. You either choose to be brilliant and you keep becoming it, or you choose to die, right? Okay, it's a bit extreme, but don't half choose it. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. You know, it's worse if you're like, I have all these visions. I know I'm destined for something more. I know that I can feel it inside of me. And you don't use that energy, that impulse to go and find the thing that you're meant to be doing, right? When we get these impulses, we get like, ooh, I feel like I have a desire. I want to do this. I can feel like I want to teach classes. I want to be a coach. I want to set up a business. And we get these desires, and then instead of following them through, or instead of going, if I really want this, I might have to learn some computer studies here. Or if I really, and polishing and refining ourselves so that our visions can manifest, and that can take sometimes years. Many of us go, I'm feeling illuminated. oh, I've got the spark of who am I, and then we go into, I don't know how to do it. It's too hard. That other person's doing it better than me. I think I'm just going to watch Netflix. And then you've got this spark going, and then you've got this other heart, and then this ends up dying. And we go back to the original thing that I said at the beginning. It's a choice to keep choosing your brilliance. You have to keep choosing it. You have to keep polishing yourself. You have to keep fine-tuning yourself. You have to keep applying your wisdom, applying your strengths, applying your truth, applying your boundaries. And you get better and better and better, better and better at it as you keep doing it. None of this is given. Your brilliance isn't given. Yes, it's innate inside of you, but it's not given. You have to make it exist. You have to make it exist. And we're not always given all the skills to do our brilliance. Like I'm telling you here, I'm just a little priestess who would rather just be back in her temple where people would come into the temple and you would do your work and your healing work and you'd be the oracle and you'd heal them and they'd give you some food and off they went. Let me tell you, that was a much more simpler life back then. And sometimes I crave it. But in this modern world, I ain't got no temple sitting on the hill. In this modern world, in order for me to be who I am, I had to polish myself so much. I had to learn computering. I had to learn email systems. I had to learn how to set up a course. I had to do things that I would never in 100 million years want to ever do. But it was the missing chunk, the missing key, the missing part that allowed me to do my brilliance. So don't ever become the person who feels the spark of their brilliance, who gets the glimmer of their future or the glimmer of what they're meant to do or gets excited by something and then go into, I can't. It's not for me, because that's a hell of a lot worse. You might as well, ignorance is bliss, right? Because once you've touched on that brilliance and you've seen it and you felt it, it's going to be much more painful to live here. So I invite the dynamic, tenacious, wild part of you to step forward, the one that is brave, the one that likes to give it a go, the one that doesn't care about failing sometimes, the one that doesn't mind making a mistake or tripping over, the one that can just get back up again and 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 again, because that's what it's like. And so getting up is really good fun and falling down is really good fun because you know that there's joy along the way each way. I learned that in skiing. Oh my God, I went skiing and I must have fallen down. Like I did woot, woot, fall, woot, woot, fall, woot. And in the end, I was like, I'm just enjoying falling down now. And I'm having fun getting up and falling down and getting up. And I'm having a great time here. And then all of a sudden, that falling down and getting up, it becomes the thing that forms. Remember, we talked about life and the challenges forming us. It forms us, it strengthens us, and we get better and stronger and better and stronger. And the better and stronger we get, the more brilliant we shine. Yeah, and every time we fall, we learn, and every time we fall, we grow. We get back up, and we've gotten polished by life. So it's a powerful journey. It's not for the faint-hearted, especially if you have a big vision. How big is your vision? And, you know, part of us visioning our brilliance, because we have to have that spark or that vision or that sense that there is something more, something else, that we're destined, we're meant to give back to life. We're meant to master ourselves and master our abilities and master our divinity. Like we have to have that sense. If you don't have that sense of I'm here to master my divinity, at least, then you'll never really begin the journey into brilliance. If you don't have the sense of like, I really need to master myself, and yeah, I might need to go on a bit of a journey and clear up some stuff, or, you know, sort out my past or whatever, but I'm here to master myself. If you don't have that, you're never going to begin the journey. If you don't have at least a sense of, deep inside of me, I know I'm special, then you'll never begin the journey. And I don't care how tiny that voice feels. I'm special. Maybe it's really, really small, but it's there. You just got to keep believing in it and believing in it and believing in it and believing in it and believe until it gets bigger and stronger and bigger and stronger until you know it. I know I'm special. I know I'm unique. I know I'm brilliant. I know I'm here. If it means that there are parts within you that are awkward, right? Or can't speak and you get nervous speaking and you want to go speak in front of groups, or you're really bad at writing, or, you know, you've got a stutter, or you feel overweight, do something about it. Refine yourself, polish yourself, strengthen yourself, elevate yourself. Like, it's down to you at the end of the day. And so being in your brilliance means that you're going to turn yourself into a masterpiece. And that's exciting. If you were a masterpiece, who would you be? If you were a masterpiece, what would you create? What would your world be like? And so turn yourself into a masterpiece. And we have to step outside the box to do that. When you turn yourself into a masterpiece, you elevate yourself above the norm. When you turn yourself into a masterpiece, you kind of, I don't know what the right word is, you kind of remember, or you kind of recognize that it's just you and the universe. You know, I guess in some ways, when you turn yourself into a masterpiece, when you step into your brilliance, you gain your sovereignty. Maybe that's the right word. You gain your sovereignty back with, it's just you and the universe. We're going to co-create this. We're going to co-create the dharma. We're going to co-create the divinity. We've got this. Everything else doesn't matter. The other people don't matter, you know. And sometimes in order to begin the journey into our brilliance, we need to kind of start stepping out of our own box a little bit, just to push the edges, push the boundaries. We need to go and do something that's a little bit wild, that we might never have done before, or dress a little bit differently, or go listen to some other music, or go to a country that you, just to break the mold of normality. Go sleep in a different room in your home. It doesn't matter. Sometimes we just need to be a little bit wild, a little bit spontaneous, a little bit daring, a little bit crazy, a little bit kind of push our own edges, break the norm. Because once we do that, we'll recognize that actually being in our brilliance, we're always pushing up against our own edges all the time. We're always pushing up against our own glass ceiling all the time. And we're like pushing it, and we're like, let's make that glass ceiling be further away. Let's push up against the things that I fear. Let me push up against the place where I've already kind of achieved, like this is my level of achievement. Let me push against it so I can go to another level. Let me challenge myself another. And we're constantly, when we're in our brilliance, we're pushing up against our edges. We're pushing up against the edges of reality. We're pushing up against the edges of social conditioning all the time. Because we need to birth ourselves. We need the space to exist more. And we can't keep ourselves locked in some of these scared places. Oh, I don't know what to do. So part of being in your brilliance is pushing up against your edges, daring to do things a little bit differently, go beyond. You know, with my daughter, I'm always, I'm in, I don't purposely mean to embarrass her, but I'm always trying to do things to help her push up against her own little barriers, or where she feels it's unacceptable when it's actually okay. Like I'll go dance in public and she's like, Mom, you gotta stop, you gotta stop. I'm like, no, let's have a good time and let's dance, you know, because I'm helping her push up against the edges of what's normal so she can be beyond normal. And brilliant people are beyond normal. That's what makes you brilliant. You have to be beyond normal. Otherwise, you're not going to live your unique path. Otherwise, you're not going to live out your unique frequency. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to like influence and impact life in a way that's never been done before. So be a little bit wild. Like just do this for a moment. Just like shake your body a little bit, maybe cut your hands through your thing, maybe break through some old patterns. Just be a little bit wild. Just be a little bit wild. And when you're wild, you get more of your life force. Super normal. I love that. You get more of your life force waking up because you're not sitting in the drudgery of life. And the thing about the one that is brilliant is that they're using all of their life force to support them. So the sexual energy, instead of it being used for procreation or for having an intimate time with someone, we learn to use our sexual energy to support our own system. We learn to turn our sexual energy in and support our chakras as it moves up. We learn to use it to support our heart so that we can fall in love with ourselves. We learn to use it to open up our mind, to bring new energy to the brain so that we can have new thoughts and things like that. So the one that can tap into the wildness, the one that is brilliant, also knows and is in their sovereignty, knows that all of their energy is for them, for their own evolution, for their own growth, which is why I do lots of goddess workshops and things like that, so that we train the sexual energy to support our system, because it's part of the sexual energy needs to go on a journey of evolving itself. All our prana needs to support ourselves. All of our thoughts need to support our path. You know, we have to get to a place when we're in our brilliance, when all our thoughts and our sexual energy and all of who we are align into that one force so that we can move forward. So it's good. It's good to be wild. As Jasara says, it's good to be rebellious because we've got to break through some stuff. Because the brilliance can't be boxed. The brilliance can't be caged. The brilliance can't be imprisoned. The brilliance can't be told it's diminished. The brilliance can't be controlled. No, and then that means other people doing it, but also you doing it to yourself, because we do it to ourselves. You know, how often, you know, you might be complaining that your mother used to control you, but maybe you actually also, unfortunately, maybe copied the pattern. You're controlling yourself. How often do you not allow yourself to follow through with a desire when you feel it? You know, how well have you been able to, are you ashamed of your sexual energy, or have you really learned to hold it as a sacred force so it can supply you? You know, all of these things are important. You can't keep yourself in a box anymore, right? You can only keep choosing your brilliance. And your brilliance, I'm telling you, is magnificent. So we go on this journey to incarnate our soul into reality. We go on a journey to awaken our body and get rid of all the limitations. They begin to fade, and we keep choosing our brilliance. And we keep finding ways to awaken it. Whether it's through healing or mindset work, or cultivating it, or mastering ourselves, or learning a skill, we learn to blossom ourselves. You are the only one in the entire universe that can blossom you. You are the only one that can rebirth you. You are the only one that will love yourself more than anybody else. You're the only one that can ignite the depths of your talents and your gifts. It's you. You are the one. You're the one. You're the one who makes your brilliance happen. So if there is any part of you that feels like you were given the wrong deck of cards, or life was hard, or You're bullied too much at school and you can't find that part of you. No, you have to get over all of that stuff, otherwise you'll never be in your brilliance. You are the one. You're the one that's going to have to read the book that will change your life. You're the one that's going to have to take the course that will elevate you to the next level. You're the one that's going to have to recognize you have a gift and a talent and then go learn how to do that gift and talent to a professional level. You're the one. It's nobody else. And that's what makes people brilliant, is because they have claimed themselves to be the only one that can, and the only one that will. And that's powerful. That is powerful. So you, gorgeous person, are the only one. You're the only one. And once we know this, I'm the only one that's going to get to know my mind. I'm the only one that's going to get to know my emotions. I'm the only one that's going to get to know the hidden gifts and talents that lie in my DNA. I'm the only one that's going to learn to cultivate it all. I'm the only one that's going to walk down my path. I'm the only one that's going to make the choices. I'm the only one that's going to have to be strong and say, no, I'm the only one that can get myself out of the situation. I'm the only one that can keep choosing my life going forward. I'm the only one who is going to have to get up early to finish off my work before my child wakes up. I am the only one. I'm the only one who's going to make myself feel beautiful and vibrant every day. I am the only one who's going to cultivate the energy correctly in my body. I am the only one who will be able to walk deeper into divinity. I am the only one who can live in joy. I am the only one with desires. I am the only one. So take a deep breath and recognize you are the only one. And that's beautiful. That's so empowering. So powerful. So you can just let go of anything, any thoughts, any feelings, any subconscious patterning programs, influences that stop you from recognizing and being the only one. Let it all go. When we recognize we are the only one, we get this core channel, a core pillar of strength that runs through us, that we orientate ourselves towards. We don't collapse anywhere else. We collapse into our own sense of sovereignty, our own onlyness. And that's a beautiful place to fall back on. That's a beautiful place to default yourself from. That's a beautiful place to be motivated from. That's a beautiful place to hear your voice from. That's a beautiful place to exist from, is this core of you that becomes unshakable. And then the sexual energy helps to, when it moves up, it strengthens the core even more. So it's a big, powerful part of us. You are the only one. Congratulations. This is your brilliance, right? This is how we all step into our brilliance. So take a few deep breaths. And just let yourself reconfigure. You know, we are in the depths of the eclipse at the moment. It was just 2033. And so just let all of this reconfigure and recalibrate and reorganize itself through you. Remember, we talked about everything has to recalibrate, reintegrate, re-come to this place. So just let your whole system reorganize itself. You might feel your neural pathways in your brain creating more harmony. You might feel more energy organizing itself through your system. You might feel brighter. You might just feel a sense of clarity. So I'd like you to either, and it'd be great if you could share in the chat, because I think it allows us all to witness each other and for you to be witnessed. But I know some people are shy too, so I understand if you don't write in the chat, but if you do, please do. It is beautiful for us to witness this stuff. I would like you to, it doesn't matter what it is, but I'd like you to choose your brilliance. And in that, I know you've all had visions I know you have all had visions of or glimmers or feelings or senses of who you are and why you're here, whether it's a small glimmer or a big glimmer or a big vision that you're so scared of, you're like, it's never going to happen. We've all had it. So I'd love you to put into the chat what your brilliance is. And it could be as simple as my brilliance is just to bring joy to the world. It begins somewhere. Remember I said everything compounds. The more we go, this is what I'm here to do, and this is what I'm here to do, and this is what I'm here to do, and it all compounds, and it makes us strong in our sense of self. And I understand that there's a lot of energy going on. And I know I've just gotten a direct message from someone here in the group where they've had to do some shaking to help release some stuff and reconfigure and stuff like that. So if that's you, please do that. Like if you need to shake, if you need to move, if you need to stretch, if you please do whatever it takes in this moment as we're getting everyone's intentions through, just to kind of integrate. As the eclipse is happening now, there's a lot going on. So if you need to move or shake or meditate or stretch, please do it. But while we're getting all these little messages through, but also please write into the chat what your brilliance is. Like, claim it. Like, this is the moment to claim, because like I said, we're taking the energy of the eclipse and we're saying, I'm going to arrive with new precision of who I am into the world now. I'm going to rebirth myself as this. Do you know? So make a declaration. Make a declaration, make an intention, make a realignment, make a rebirth. You know, we're constantly rebirthing ourselves. And really a lot of the journey into our brilliance is where we're letting all parts of us die so that we can rebirth ourselves more brilliantly, refine ourselves more brilliantly. So please, 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 please write into the chat where you are. We'd love to hear it. But also use this little break or pause in my chattering to let your body readjust itself or come into new awareness. Okay. I don't know why, but I can feel this energy of the eclipse, like I just feel like everything inside of me is realigning, click, click, click. So you might also start to feel that as I read out all these declarations, just feel yourself realigning, reconfiguring, everything resettling as well. We have Laura, my brilliance is to bring joy to the world. Elena, my brilliance is to recognize my wounds is where my power lies. I no longer am ashamed of my past. Beautiful. Tanya, thank you, Vanya. Once more, you described exactly what brilliance is and where it brings us. The beautiful with it becomes just light and so much more beautiful. Absolutely. Meha, my brilliance is book, a brilliant online business and conscious motherhood. Yes. Nat, to be a pure channel of God's light and support the earth and my soul for ascension. Beautiful. Karen, I'm an inspiration for others. Yes, you are. Lamond, bringing like-minded tribes together, getting goosebumps. Elena, my brilliance is to be a trance medium and energy healer. Beautiful. Tamara, my brilliance is divine communication, teaching, being a catalyst for uplifting others. Yes. Kathy, to share my legacy of light and healing and wisdom. Yes, Kathy. Sukra, intuitive, see what is behind the sights, sensors and transmitter. Thuva, my brilliance is to bring acceptance and love to the world. And my brilliance is to bring my light and joy to people around me. Lipia, healing people heartbreak into love and helping them to embody their highest. Jasara, I'd love to have more time for me to feel myself in my body from this joy, abundance, wealth, being free, teach my daughter to a new level. Diana, I felt a lot of light coming in and shadow being cleared. Yes. Martha, my brilliance is to create and open more pathways of higher energies into this and other worlds. Diana, I choose my brilliance, my visions, my senses, my sessions performed in real and dreams. I rebirth myself to master my brilliance. As I'm reading all this in, there's some words that you might just be like, yes, that's me as well. That's me as well, because we all gift each other brilliance. Like just all of us here rebirthing is creating quite an extraordinary vortex for us to all move to another level. So let these words fall through you as I'm reading them. Please stretch your body. Please do some deep breathing. Please come into a new alignment. Laura, my brilliance is energy healing and teaching. Invalid, my brilliance is to connect people together like glues of light. Tanya, my brilliance is to bring back people into their power and help them find their own brilliance. I'm a coach, a healer. It's amazing seeing others developing through the light. Artie, my brilliance is to have been successful, create and heal the earth. Nicole, a visionary and activator, here to awaken others. Hilda's true love, childlike people and generate joy. Oh, so many messages. Okay, I think I'm going to Saka, connecting people with the divine. Claudia, my brilliance is teaching fishes to be more conscious in the ocean. Barbara, my brilliance is to help sensitive souls. Mari, my brilliance is to teach children and guide their parents. Jasara, to live life on constant holiday. I'm there with you, Jasara. Justina, my brilliance is to shine love wherever I go and teach. Sandra, my brilliance is to win lots of money and get more beautiful. I love it. And I'm trying to be more brave by traveling on trips alone. Shah, to bring love and joy and health to my serving my Akai bars. Sasha, to bring heaven on earth, to heal and joy. Angela, to share light and to be a conduit of divine communication. Sonelia, to hold holistic retreats, workshops, seminars, events. Nicola, to lead people back to their happiness as a full-time coach and healer. Miller, to channel through the golden wave of brilliant light to the world. Diana, my brilliance is to support others, the world, and life transformation. So much brilliance. And there's more coming through. Ella, to bring joy. Cynthia, creating time, joy, deeply interpret my presence, listening, understanding my wisdom. So beautiful. I am feeling all of this. It is a powerful journey. It's a journey of mastery of yourself, your body, how your energy falls in your body, your thoughts. It's a journey of you mastering and becoming a conscious creator. It's a journey of you recognizing where your dharma is and giving back to life. And it's a journey of living in joy. So just feel the joy that wants to burst from your cells and create. And create. Take 3 really deep breaths and let's anchor all of this in. And let's just feel this energy of this eclipse coming in to just perfectly realign us, allowing all of our shadows to fall away, to let go of all the outdated programming, paradigm, to let go of all the outdated stuff, let that all just fall away. You might just want to wash your hands over your body, letting that shadow go. The unconscious stuff, let it all go. I want you to feel the sun lining to the earth and the brilliance of the sun just shining through the moon to let go of all the unconscious limitations and just shining down onto earth to awaken, to incarnate new light, life here. And really that's just your soul shining into your body so clearly in so much totality. That there's a clarity within you of who you are and why you're meant to be here. And a clarity moment to moment that life is in its perfection, and the clarity that you're gonna do it. You're the one. You're the one. So just let this new alignment take place. I want you to inhale light from the top of your crown. Exhale it through your body, out your vagina if you have one, and then ground it into the earth. Inhale light through the top of your head. Exhale that energy through your body and then gift it to the earth. And again, inhaling light from the top of your head, moving it through your body and gifting it to the earth. Inhaling light through the top of your body, exhaling light through your hands and letting it shine out the soles of your hands. Inhaling light through your body, exhaling light through your heart. Beautiful. And take some more deep, deep, deep breaths. And just feel in all of this, in all of your brilliance, there's a peace and there's a simplicity. And there's in the simplicity and in the breath, there's a moment to moment knowing that you are walking in perfection towards your brilliance. In every breath, moment to moment, you are walking towards the perfection of your own mastery. in your breath, moment to moment, every breath, you are cultivating, you're polishing yourself into your brilliance. Moment to moment, in every breath, you are awakening your brilliance in life. Take another breath. In each breath, moment to moment, you are creating your brilliance into life. And take another deep breath. And moment to moment, you are living in joy, in the joy of your brilliance blossoming. Each step of the way, moment to 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 moment. Some moments you're more focused on making the brilliance of your health exist. The more we step into our brilliance, the more our illnesses, our physical disorders get an opportunity to heal because we're letting more health energy move through us. So sometimes the moment of our life where we focus on one thing, our brilliance is to cultivate our health, our brilliance is to cultivate our business, our brilliance is to cultivate our family, our brilliance is to cultivate ourselves, our brilliance is to cultivate our dharma, our brilliance is to cultivate a beautiful environment to live in. So yes, we live out multiple brilliances at once. And sometimes we just focus on one or two or three, but we do it well. And when we do, we don't half live life. You know, if you're feeling unhappy in your home, just spend a bit of time making it brilliant. If you're feeling a little bit flat, defeated by the way you look or how you're dressing yourself, spend a bit more time making your dress more brilliant. You know, we have to look at our lives and where can I make it more brilliant? And we're exercising that muscle then, you know? So brilliance is multifaceted. We have many ways to deliver your brilliance to the world. And sometimes we just focus on one at a time. You know, each step, 1 foot in desire, 1 foot in gratitude, 1 foot in desire, 1 foot in gratitude. And then all of a sudden, we become totally brilliant. So just feel your light shining through you. And I just want you to use this moment. The eclipse is still almost finishing itself up soon, but let's use this powerful, powerful moment for you to manifest for something. So I want you to really shine your light, your brilliance into a particular area of your life, or maybe in your body if you've got some health stuff that needs to shift. Maybe it's relationship one. So just shine your brilliance into a particular area of your life. And just witness that part of your life activating, awakening. And just have a little conversation and think like, what can I do to make this area of my life more brilliant? Because you're the one that makes it happen. You're the conscious creator, remember? So what is it that you do in this area of your life to make it more brilliant? And so it is. Amen. And that you shall do. And maybe there's another area of your life that you know you need to make more brilliant. Go shine your light into that and think, well, what can I do if I'm the only one that can make this more brilliant? Beautiful. And so it is. And that's how we claim our life back. Piece by piece by piece by piece, making each piece more brilliant because we are the only ones that can. And if we keep doing that, we're going to live a masterpiece of a life. So the brilliance in me bows down and honors the brilliance in you. And the brilliance in me bows down to everybody here, and we all honor our brilliance together. I honor your and your and your and you and you, everyone's brilliance. We all honor each other's brilliance. Because the beautiful thing is that more people that are in the brilliance, it kind of inspires us and gives us more permission to be in our brilliance. So can we now be inspired by everyone else's brilliance and everyone else's geniusness and everyone else's gorgeousness and cleverness and wisdom, and just be inspired by it and enlivened by it so that we can become more brilliant? Stars shine on each other. So let's use this moment for you to shine so brightly that you feel everybody else here now and those watching the replay. And we're all shining onto each other to make each other more brilliant. And just notice your light going out to all these other people. But I really also want you to notice all this light coming into you to give you permission to be even more brilliant. Because often we need more permission to be more brilliant. So just allow this. You have permission to be brilliant. We are all shining on you so that you can be more brilliant. So just feel all this light shining and shimmering everywhere. Your light, everyone else's light, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Everything's lighting up in the sky. But you're just reconfiguring yourself into the strength of your brilliance, your total brilliance. Ah. My beautiful people, you are here to be brilliant. I welcome your brilliance. Welcome to your total brilliance. The eclipse has now done its job. I thank you from my heart to my soul, to my womb, to my breast, to my hands, to my toes. Yes, the brilliant cat. I think he might be wanting to leave soon in the background. So beautiful, so powerful. You are powerful. You are powerful. Thank you so much for being here today. I also want to take this opportunity not only to help you step into your brilliance. There were so many little keys and codes and coordinates here, but it's also an opportunity for me to birth my brilliance into the world. And that's the eclipse experience on the total eclipse. So I now officially mark this moment. We have kind of birthed it, a soft birth at the beginning of the year with the mystic temple and the channeling work and all the psychic stuff that we did. But I want to use this moment right here for me. So I invite you to just step into prayer with me if you don't mind. And I just inviting my brilliance to the brilliance that I've created, the brilliance that's moved through me. Because at the end of the day, the brilliance, yes, you cultivate yourself to be brilliant, but really, you're really cultivating yourself for the divinity of life to move through you so that the divinity of life can express its brilliance, right? You get me? We cultivate ourselves to refine ourselves so much so that the brilliance of the divine can pass through us. And then that's where our dharma and our work all becomes. So it's a journey. It's taken me 44 years to get here. It's taken me a lot of work, a lot of teachings, but I am so grateful that this eclipse experience, my year-long training, my year-long journey, and I will go deeper into it on Wednesday at lunchtime if you guys really want to know about it. But I would like to mark this moment for me, for my own personal journey in the universe, to welcome the brilliance of the eclipse experience to the world. And it's a beautiful year-long journey of coaching, enlightenment, leadership, speaking, teacher training, retreats, awakening into divinity, learning to let go of the past, being certified, being internationally recognized. So much thought and precision has gone into this body of work, and I am so grateful to be able to pass it through my body because it's been a journey to get it through and just gift it to the world, right? Because now all I have to do now is just turn up and teach it. But I tell you what, the journey to birth it, some people will birth stars, reach for stars, and other people will birth galaxies. And I think that's important to recognize. We birth galaxies. We birth galaxies of light. When we let our light, we cultivate ourselves and our brilliance so much that the light can pass through us, you're going to start to birth galaxies, galaxies of your work that impact life. So may we all reach for stars and birth some galaxies in this world. And may the eclipse experience be an extraordinary journey for all those souls that choose to take it. We have some beautiful, beautiful programs. This is just the beginning of your brilliance. I'm here to make sure that you arrive in your brilliance. This is what the Eclipse experience is all about. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for honoring your total brilliance. Thank you so much to the eclipse that we just walked through. Thank you so much to my humanness for being able to birth the eclipse experience. Thank you to the eclipse experience and the work and the certifications and the journeys and the healing and the awakenings that people have. It really is a beautiful program. It is one system that does everything, helps you to channel, opens up your intuition, helps you to speak, steps you into your leadership, helps you to create, helps you to be powerful. I mean, it's just one system that it's incredible. It keeps revealing itself to me every time I teach it. So I officially cut the ribbon. But thank you so much for being here. Come on the journey. I have so much to teach you. You have no idea how much I have to teach you. We're all here to be brilliant. We're all here to step into our brilliance. And sometimes we need the help. Sometimes we need the way to get stronger inside ourselves. Sometimes we need the guidance. Sometimes we just need to be in a bit of an incubator so that we can learn to fly, right? Some of us just need that. Some of us are already amazing professionals and they know they need to take their work to the next level. So it's also because it's a quite a miraculous system. It will take whatever level you're at and bring you to the next level. So enjoy the journey into your brilliance. And if you want to come hang out and be in your brilliance with me, I have got so many ways to make you brilliant. We are about to enter into the temple season. We just finished the mystic season, and the temple season, we're doing a coaching certification for soul incarnation and embodiment. We're doing a femme fortune. We've got illuminated prosperity coming up in 2 weeks' time. We've got a whole year eclipse experience for you. We've got the retreats happening next year. It is brilliant. And whether you choose to come on these free masterclasses, or whether you come for little masterclasses, or whether you come certifications or the big, all of it, there is something for everyone. My heart and soul I know everyone's at different levels and in different places in their lives. I know people are needing different things at different times. And so I've put a lot of thought into making sure that there is something for you somewhere always in the journey. Whether you pop in and pop out, or whether you do the whole thing, there's something for everyone, because from the depths of my soul and my depths of my being, I want you to be brilliant. And I want you to feel so strong in your brilliance that your path becomes so clear, that your intuition becomes such a guiding light, that your dharma and your conscious creation abilities become easy, that you live in joy, you create prosperity, and you just have a goddamn good time along the way. So welcome, a gorgeous being. If you'd like to know more about this eclipse experience, I will speak to it on Wednesday at lunchtime, 1 o'clock on the social medias. But in the meantime, let's just close this beautiful circuit. Put your hands in prayer, or maybe you want to put your hands holding onto everybody else in this circle. Whatever feels right. But we are in this beautiful circle together. Actually, I feel like singing to you all. Is that okay? Can I sing to you? So I'm just going to bring a beautiful song. And this song is a sound that's going to ring through you. And it's going to experience even more. And you're just going to allow the words, the sounds to come through you and to activate you, to give you clearer vision of yourself, to give you clearer awareness of who you are, to hold your energy stronger, to open the path, your next level of the path through. I'm going to sing you a temple song from the stars. Yo so shantero kambeho ranse satu kanawe Rampo Shorapuro Garabisa Kanseido Shanseido Kanseido 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 Sansei Deho He Shatai Ransaitai He Shatai Rai Sai He Tatai Ransoto Hirobo Soto. And take 3 beautiful breaths, letting all the sounds move through your body, helping to anchor your brilliance even more. I welcome you, gorgeous being, to your total brilliance. And I welcome you all to the Eclipse experience. May you be blessed. May you be bright. May you forevermore realize how powerful you are. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a wonderful night. And so much energy here, like so much energy between all of us here, like incredible people here. I could feel the power, you know, just us all holding this vortex together. We're all helping each other grow. We're all walking each other home. All walking each other home. Thank you so much for being a part of this journey. Thank you so much for being in my world in whichever way you choose to be in it. Thank you so much for choosing yourself, and the path's not easy, people. I mean, I could cry. I know how difficult the path is. I know how difficult the path is, but you just have to know you're the only one. And you just have to know that it's a journey that you keep choosing to be deeper into your brilliance. From the depths of my being, from the depths of my soul, I love you. I love you. Beautiful. So beautiful. And on Wednesday, if you want to know more about the Eclipse experience, I'm answering questions. And that will be at 12 o'clock on Wednesday. So if you've got questions, you can email me and I'll answer them on the thing. But come and join us. It's fun. It's really good fun. We have certifications. We have, even if you just want to do the masterminds, we've got little partial eclipse packages just to do the masterminds. If you're like dedicated to your brilliance, then you need to do the solar eclipse. Go check it out. There's a brochure. There's so much for you. It will be on Instagram and Facebook. The talk on Wednesday at 12 p.m. Yeah. Love you all so much. So much love. So much love.